It's crazy that CZ Binance pumped it and then it just dumped, gave back all of its gains. It's pretty sad, huh? That people do that. They just pump it and then it just went, look, it just gave back all of its gains just like that. Really sad. I don't like that behavior, to be honest with you. The whole drop is corrective though. It's not like a crazy dump. It's just all corrective price action. And we're kind of in a range now. The point of control is basically in the same place. And there's not much going on apart from the price just falling back to the same place that it started effectively. You've got this crazy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulse. This whole thing is a correction. Could that be the first wave? 100% that could be the first wave. That could be the first wave of the next big wave. I've worked out this kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the first market, and possibly that was the correction and that was your first big wave. It did move a lot, huh, in that period of time. It really did. Let me have a look and see how much it moved. Good 600%. It's quite a big move in such a short period of time. So that clearly was some kind of one. And now we're just in the whole thing is corrective. You see the volume is decreasing and it's just the price is falling. We're back at the point of control. So what does that mean? I mean, if it does start to move again, the next wave will be, it should be a bigger wave of free. And in that context, then that will be, it'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. That could be your next wave 3, which in the context of the first wave, you'd expect it, the higher time frame to find support here at the all-time highs. And so we have to see if that happens. Okay, it's just hard to know with these tokens that have moved so much from the previous market what's going to happen next. Yeah, from the absolute lows, you can see again, these tokens are problematic in the sense that from the absolute lows, they've already moved 10,000%. And so naturally, anyone who accumulated in the first market is sitting in healthy profits and they're not worried about the price. And so when it does go up to all-time highs, that's an exit. That's exit. They're not looking to buy more, they're looking to sell. And so that's what this first pump was. You could easily, with this token, you could easily get into a situation where it takes the all-time high and then you don't get a further move to the upside. You get another opportunity to sell and you're basically range bound for a longer period of time. And this whole big move is a corrective move. And you're talking about one big gigantic WXY type move, like a big higher time frame corrective. And so I think a lot of people look at these tokens and they go, yeah, this is going to do like what Ethereum did or what Binance did or what XRP did or what Bitcoin did. Or no, these aren't the same types of tokens. These are not the same types of tokens as those tokens, like those layer ones or those multi-billion dollar businesses, yeah, which are bringing a lot of value and a lot of revenue. And these tokens are kind of they're actually quite shit in the context of the value that they hold, especially when they pump, because often the pump doesn't justify the value of the business, let alone the token. Okay, and so therefore when you do get these initial big moves in previous markets, 10,000%, you need a lot longer time to correct. Yeah, it's not enough. And so what people might be thinking, yeah, this is the same as XRP or whatever. It's not. And so they'd be looking for higher and higher and higher, thinking we're going to go exponential, we're going to become trillionaires, billionaires, this is the next big thing. But the reality is we're probably looking for, just like a lot of other tokens, we're probably looking for a higher time frame corrective move like that. So possibly what I'm thinking with AVA, just because we've come all the way back down to the point of control and that was, it looks like a first wave, maybe this next move is going to just be an ABC type move. Maybe, I don't know, I'm not 100%, never 100%, but maybe you're looking at more like an A, B, C type corrective, mid corrective move like that. just to kind of tag the all-time high. That would be nice. Tag the all-time high and have a kind of a mid-move ABC, and then you're looking at, again, you're looking at a higher time frame W, X, Y to bring us into the next bull market, higher time frame. And then that would be the right place to accumulate for the next big move, because then you are looking at a wave one higher time frame corrective, and then you'll be looking for this to move to higher prices in the next bull market, or the next kind of big crypto adoption move type thing. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with this at the moment. The token itself, I mean, there's a lot could be said about these tokens. I was talking about it earlier. How valuable is this token? Does it justify the prices? And these are questions, because at the moment, when I look at their website, it's just a rewards token. Yeah, it gives you a discount up to 13%, up to 5% in give backs, but you have to book with them, and then obviously you're paying a premium to book with them, and then you get lounges as well. It's kind of like a little bit of an Avios kind of thing. It doesn't give you actual stake in their business, does it? Their business does fund it, that's true, but it's still just a rewards program. That's all it really is. And so I don't know how valuable it is until you get mass adoption, until the whole world starts using crypto, and then this becomes a platform of choice. And until that happens, I don't know how much upside we have, except for just taking out the all-time high. The all-time high is a target. It's definitely a target. Just looking at this first corrective move, this first pump, I'm not expecting another like a crazy oh, really, I'm not. I don't know. I just don't know. I'm just not. It would like look a one-to-one would just take us to the previous high, but if you get an extended move, you could actually take out the all-time high at somewhere between the 1.272 and the 1.414. If you want to go crazy extended, then you'll be looking at $13. It's still quite a hefty move to go from where we are now to an extended. It's still quite a hefty move, but actually realistically, I think the all-time high is the target, and you'll be looking at a nice 1,000% increase in value just to take it from 60 cents to $6.8. That I think most people who accumulate here for a move like that will be taking profit. The first target for a take profit is clearly this high. Clearly there's a first, that's your first target. That will be a 500% move. And then if you get another kind of push up, you're aiming for the all-time high. But you could easily, this could easily kind of create a lower high here and reject off this high for a one-to-one here. And that's it. And that's your move. Yeah, we don't know what's going to happen. No one knows. And so actually you're looking at some kind of higher time frame flag. Like a massive flag. And then in the bear market, you'll be looking to tag all of these lows. That would be the buy of the century in this token. Another tag of the lows after you get the pump to the highs, wherever the highs are. Could it be a one-to-one, or could it be all-time highs? I think once you get past the one-to-one, which is at $3.5 or so, you'll be looking to start taking profit, and then another take profit will be the all-time high or near the all-time high. And I think that is really in my mind, short of anything crazy happening with Bitcoin. We just don't know. If for some reason next week Bitcoin starts pumping to $300,000, sure, things can change. Yeah, if retail start jumping into the market like there's no tomorrow, and yeah, everything can change. You know, retail likes to buy at market, and so they naturally like to push the price. And so we don't know if that's going to happen. We have to see with ETH and with ETH BTC, what ETH does, and with ETH BTC, what happens there, and then we'll have a better idea what happens with these altcoins. But at the moment, I think this is the most probable outcome on the higher time frame.